Hello, my name is Joshua Keith, and this is theburningcoal.com, a website dedicated to God's glory, His grace, and our response to it. Today we're going to be talking about being thankful for servants. As you've noticed, we've talked about different types of people that we can be thankful for, those who teach us and show us the things that God would want us to learn, those who are encouragers that give us strength during our times of trials. And today I'd like for us to talk about being thankful for servants. And when I talk about being thankful for servants, there's probably, again, just like with most of these, somebody who comes to mind. There's somebody who, whenever something is wrong, whenever you need help, they are the first person that you're going to reach out to because you know that they're going to be there and that they're going to help you. And it's something that we should be thankful for, that God has set us up with people like this in our lives. And notice what Jesus says about servants. It says in Mark 10:43, "But it shall not be so among you, but whoever would be great among you must be your servant." Here he's dealing with his disciples who are arguing about who is considered the greatest in the kingdom. And his point is that the people who are going to be considered the greatest are not the ones who demand other people do things for them. They're not the ones who take the positions of status, the positions of power, but instead, the ones who are great, the ones who are appreciated both by God and by us, are those who are willing to be a servant. And so we should take time to think about the fact that God sent Jesus to be a servant, to be an example of what it means to serve one another, so that other people would follow in those footsteps and that we would have people who we could rely on. And we're able to have these people in our lives, and it's really a blessing because they're people who are looking for opportunities. And I really appreciate this about those with the servant heart, that they're not having to be asked. And we know this from our own times of trial, that sometimes when things are going wrong in your life, whenever things are really hard, you may not even know what you need help with. You may not be able to think about it. You can't even pull your head above water enough to be able to ask for help. And so having people who have this servant mindset, who notice when other people are struggling, when they notice that you're struggling, and they come to you and they say, "Here, can I help you with this?" They are looking for opportunities to help and to serve people who are struggling. And it's not something that's burdensome to them. It's not something that they're begrudging. You know, we've had people in our lives who do things for us or are trying to accomplish something. Maybe it's somebody you're even ordering your food from, but they're just not there. They're not excited to help. They're not willing to put forth a lot of effort. They're going to do the bare minimum that they have to do to be considered helpful, and that's about it. That's not how these people are. These are people who are excited to help. They feel blessed that you let them do this for you. And so again, they have this positive spirit, and as you're going through these hard times and you need help, you have someone who is excited for an opportunity to help and views it as a blessing for them. And so as you're being blessed by them, you don't have to feel guilty. You don't have to feel like you're putting things on them, because they are viewing it as something that they want to do. And finally, it's important that these people can always be called on. People that are reliable are hard to come by in this day and age. And to be honest with you, there's people who focus on, you can imagine, on social media that they're wanting all of these people that are quote unquote friends or followers, or they get all these different likes. They have quote unquote relationships with all of these different people in the world, but they don't really have a connection to them. They're not reliable. They're not somebody that you could rely on, even though maybe you are Facebook friends, or maybe you follow them on Twitter or Instagram, whatever it may be. But these people, they are reliable. They are there for you, and you can call on them. You can say, hey, look, I need help. And you know that they're going to drop things and make sure that they give you the help that you need. And so, again, these are such wonderful people, and God has blessed us to have these type of people in our churches, to have these type of people in our families, to have these type of friends in our lives. So that way, we can have help when we need it. So that way we can be strengthened when we are weak. And so praise be to God that He has trained us to be servants, and that other people are willing to help us in all circumstances. I hope this lesson blesses you in your walk in His kingdom.